Hello and welcome to the Good Morning Atomy podcast. I'm your host JP, and today I'm joined by Star Master Ju Young Park. Hey Ju, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, JP.
No, good. Yeah, it's been a while since we spoke, so it'll be nice to kind of catch up and talk things Atomy, I guess. How's
Yeah, for sure.
How's everything in your world been just outside this week? Just been doing okay?
Yeah, everything's going well. Weather's it dropped drastically yesterday, so it's pretty cold. But other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, so we're into the autumn now. We're into the, or as you'd say, the fall. So yeah, cool. All right. So on this podcast, I'm going to be speaking to Ju just about Atomy and just his journey to now. So let's just dive into it. So question one, can you tell me about your life before Atomy?
Yeah. So before doing Atomy, so I found out about Atomy in Korea, but before doing Atomy, I was a visiting professor, and then I became an assistant professor here in Korea. So I was teaching, speaking, doing what I'm doing now pretty much, yeah. But the subject's now changed to Atomy.
Yeah, that's nice. How did you find kind of the transition from going from being a professor to just doing the Atomy business?
Both education based, right? And just teaching. I had a really good time teaching my university students and, but it wasn't as fulfilling as helping individuals in Atomy because I can only do so much as a university professor. Like I can, help them grow, but they have to go get their own jobs and such. But in Atomy, I can actually help them make money as well, with the education. So
that's right.
It transitioned from that kind of mindset, being able to help more people. And from there, I was part-time at first, meaning I was working at the university. I didn't have that tight of a schedule.
Sure.
And I would focus more on Atomy, but I just transitioned over full-time. I opened my own center and things like that, and just quit my university job. Yeah,
it's good, and I think it's obviously paid dividends for you. So kind of just outside of Atomy, what were kind of like your hobbies and stuff? Like, what do you do in your downtime?
I like cars.
Nice.
And
what's your what's your choice of transportation? What's the car that you have?
Oh well, I have order in for Porsche GTS right now. I had one for a GT3, but I don't think I can get one. I was too late on the waiting list.
Okay.
But and right now I'm just driving a Tesla Model 3 Performance.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I know.
It's a fun little car.
Yeah, I know a few people with that model actually, and yeah, it's definitely. I've been actually. I would tell you on the street if I've been in it. The power is incredible, isn't it? Just it's like being in a Ferrari. It's like.
But, the instant torque. I love it.
Yeah,
so it's different than any other like car that I've been in, and I test drove it without thinking I would buy it or like it, but right after the test drive I just bought it.
Why not? I mean, that's part of the way you create the vision and all that. So no, it's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of just steering back towards Atomy, I suppose. So how did your upbringing sort of contribute to the Atomy business for you?
I'm gonna kind of elaborate a little bit on this, but
sure.
I'll tell you what like really helped me, and it was a change in perspective. So growing up, I think I moved schools about 10 times before graduating high school. So we moved a lot, and since we moved a lot, I had to learn how to make friends if I wanted to, right? So what happened was I was very introvert. I may seem like a very extroverted person, right? But I was very introvert, and it was very difficult for me to break out and make friends. And it just so happened that everywhere we moved to, it was the countryside pretty much. So I was probably the only one who looked like this out of like 1,500 kids, you know?
I can imagine.
So it was hard adjusting, but what happened was, I remember there's this specific time in junior high where I was really lonely, right? And I really wanted to make friends, but I didn't have the courage to make friends.
Sure.
So I started praying, right? I was like, God, please send people my way, you know, so I can say hi to them and they can say hi to me, and then we'll hit it off and I'll have a friend, you know, something like that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But literally like 2 weeks passed and nothing happened, you know, nobody came to say hi to me. So
you have to manifest it.
So what happened was, I felt like, all right, you know, God telling me, you know, hey, you got legs, you know how to speak English, go up to them and talk to them, you know, but I still didn't have the courage to do it. And about like 2 more weeks passed and I was really like lonely, you know, so I got the courage, went up and talked to him, and I thought I was going to get rejected or laughed at, you know, or like, you know, made fun of, but they were just as, I guess, shy or timid and surprised that I spoke English well. It sounds funny, right?
Yeah,
but they're like,
I get it.
you know, they're like, I didn't know you spoke English, you know, and this and that. But, you know, we hit it off, and I figured out that, you know, if I wanted to change things, then I need to take the initiative to do so. So that's helped me a lot in Atomy, because we have to step out of our comfort zone and go meet people and talk to people. And that fear of rejection is probably always going to be there. But for me, you know, I really wanted to make friends and, you know, enjoy my time at school rather than just sitting alone. And that's the same concept that I used in Atomy. You know, I want to become financially independent, and I don't want to be dependent on, you know, whatever job that I have. Sure. And since that desire was greater, you know, I stepped out from my comfort zone and started talking to people and making new contacts and building. So I know that was kind of a long answer, but that's really something that has contributed greatly to my Atomy business.
No, I think, and you know, in this, I mean, I have a similar sort of relationship with that kind of stepping out of your comfort zone as well, because albeit for myself, you know, I'm into cameras and things like that, actually being the front man and actually stepping out and, you know, speaking to people for me was very, very difficult. And since being in this business, because you're constantly almost on show in a way, and you're constantly having to just speak to people and interact with people all of the time, then, you know, I've kind of just, it's become almost second nature. And doing things like this, speaking with you now and speaking with the members at our Success Academy a few weeks ago, was just, it was super easy. But I definitely think that, as you were saying, the confidence to walk up to a group of new people and make friends is something that you really do need to have in this business, because otherwise, you know, it's just going to be difficult for you, especially as, you know, if you're growing, if you're trying to grow a network or something, you have to be able to talk. So no, it's good. It's very interesting that you say that, because a lot of people that I spoke to at the Success Academy and members that we've had here at Atomy UK are always like super, super shy. And I think I get that, but I suppose in this kind of network that we're in, the sort of universe, if you will, you can't really be an introvert, can you?
Yeah, you have to. Well, I guess everybody's extroverted in a way with people they're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
And the only way to really step out of that is you have to have confidence in the company and what you want to make sure that you know what you're saying. At the same time, you know, CEO Park says you don't need to know anything, right? He says, just say absolute quality, absolute price, you know, good products, good price, give it a try,
Sure.
And it is true, but you still have to go say that to somebody,
That's it. I mean, I know we're kind of jumping around a bit, but would you say when you went to kind of your first one-day seminars and success academies, that was you almost like in awe of the speakers on stage and just how people interacted? Did you pick up skills from them and stuff?
Well, I guess it was a little bit different for me. I didn't know that there were success academies.
Okay.
I didn't know there are like one-day seminars. I literally just went on YouTube and I saw, well, the first video that I saw was on our old website with CEO Park. There was a VOD link within the website. There was no channel atomy and things like that. And I just watched the video and then I jumped into YouTube and then I looked up like binary system because that's what I heard atomy was.
Sure.
There's no compensation plan on there. And I just did home meetings and just registered people. And then I got a call.
Yeah.
Because I guess somebody above me saw the PV coming from me.
Sure.
They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing atomy. They're like, what? So yeah, it was, I think, yeah, to answer your question, like, I don't remember.
Okay, no, it's fine. I mean, I can imagine that when you jump into this thing, you have to be super headstrong, right? And I guess, even if you didn't see other speakers or anything like that, I suppose once you'd done a few of the home meetings and you built your confidence with it, I'm guessing that you was just like, yeah, I've got this. I can do this.
Yeah, it's definitely not recommended. Whoever's listening, don't do it by yourself. It would have been much better if I would have went, But yeah, I didn't know, but if you could go. Right now with the pandemic, it's a little bit different. You log into the Zooms, but the biggest thing that I remember going to the one-day seminars, I know this sounds bad, but yeah, I'm being honest, right? I saw the people who were quote unquote, Royal Club leaders at the time, because that was the only club. There were no Crown Club or Imperial Club, right? So they're the top. And when I saw them, I was like, dude, if they can do it, I can do it. That sounds mean or bad or no, but like when I saw them, I was like, they couldn't like speak well, they're stuttering, mumbling, and everybody just had a background in just like nothing spectacular, It was all hard work and grit, and I can do that. I can put in hard work and go meet people. So I was like, well, I think I can do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do it. So I built more confidence with those meetings, because every time I went, it just confirmed in me that I should be able to do it. It wasn't something that was above and beyond me. Yeah. And I think that was the most powerful thing, actually.
Yeah, for sure. And I suppose when you were, as you mentioned earlier, doing the home meetings and things like that, did you kind of notice there was like a shift where like a moment where people started to look to you and you were like,
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So I was in my 20s, early 20s, doing atomy, or mid 20s. Everybody was above my age, right? Everybody was older than me. And I did it in Korea, and with Korean hierarchy, right? It's very difficult to get people who are older than you to listen to you, like as a mentor or as a coach. So it was that much more difficult because I had to be that much more prepared, right? Because if I messed up, or if they saw that I didn't know my stuff, then it was already difficult for them to try to listen to me, but then it would become a joke, So yeah, there's a lot of weight on my shoulder to really actually know what I'm talking about. And to be able to help, mentor and lead the individuals that wanted to join Atomy with me, So yeah, it wasn't easy.
No, I don't, honestly. I know you can laugh now, but I'm sure there were some tears at moments. But no, I think that's what what I wanted people to kind of hear from you is that you have to be the most prepared to get people on side, and you can't just chance it. You have to know and do your homework so that people appreciate you and begin to build trust and build that connection with you. No, that's good.
There's one more thing that I want to say. I don't want people to be like, oh no, I don't know enough. I don't want to, maybe I shouldn't talk to people. No, but there's it's a double-edged sword, I think even though you are very well prepared, you're going to meet people who are going to say no anyways. And even if you are not very prepared, you're going to meet people to say yes anyways. So we have the luxury of time in Atomy. What I mean by that is it doesn't cost you to do the business, right? So for example, if you're if you want to open up a restaurant, right? You don't have the luxury of time on your side because you have to pay rent, you have to pay expenses to run your restaurant. So you should already know how to cook before opening a restaurant, right? Yeah. You can't say, all right, I'm going to open up a restaurant and then I'm going to learn how to cook afterwards because, that would be counterproductive, But in Atomy, you can know nothing, start the business and learn while starting the business because it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a very powerful tool if you think about it, right? And you don't have to be perfect because as time goes by, you learn how to present yourself and, present the material in the best way. And you get a feel for it. And you can't learn that without, actually experiencing the one-on-one mentoring and the one-on-one rejections and or successes.
You're absolutely right. That's actually quite a fascinating thought, the restaurant and the cooking thing. That's good. I really like that. Well, we're going to go to a break now, but afterwards we'll be talking all things Atomy, and we'll keep the conversation going. There's some good juicy questions coming up.
Start your day right. Today's a new day. It's time to look after you. It's time to give back. Let's cherish you. This lifestyle gives you balance, confidence, and beauty. But wait, it gets better. This is what I've been waiting for. It's tasty, packed with rich nutrients, and rejuvenates the soul inside and out. You can even have it on the go. Now it's time to share the joy.
Hey guys, you won't believe what I got today. So I received finally the fruit jelly.
Beauty never tasted so good.
Welcome back to those who are watching or perhaps you're listening. I'm here with Star Master Ju Young Park, and we're just talking all things Atomy. So, Ju, how are you feeling after the break?
Feeling good, ready to go.
Good. So I'm just going to dive right in. We'll just keep things moving as they were. But the next question was really for you and about your journey. So can you tell me about how you achieved Star Master here in Atomy, and perhaps pick up on a few of the triumphs and difficulties and how you overcame everything?
Let's see. I've been doing Atomy since 2013.
Wow.
And so I've been doing it for 8+ years now. And I believe that the most difficult part, getting to where I am today, is, understanding that this business doesn't always go as planned,
Sure.
I think a lot of individuals, they think of this as like a job. And what I mean by job, I mean like an employee mindset, where if you work 8 hours, you get 8 hours of pay.
Yeah.
And you always want to get the same kind of output from what you're putting in. And the reality is, a business doesn't always work like that, right? There are a lot of moving parts. There are lots of individuals that, you cannot control their actions. So maybe one day one of your partners are really gung-ho, like registering 50 people a day, and all of a sudden next week they disappear,
Sure.
So a week ago you're like, wow, I'm going to become an Imperial Master, and then all of a sudden everybody's gone,
Yeah.
So you can't control all those things. So understanding that all you can do is control what you do. And that's helped me tremendously in getting to where I am at, because, there are up and downs, and there are going to be people that come and go. And so it's important to understand that.
Yeah.
And one more thing that I want to add to is a lot of people come to Atomy because of the money, right? So you come in for the money and then you leave because of the money.
Sure.
So what I mean by that is you join Atomy to make those millions, and then since you're not making any money, you leave, right? So you're coming in for the money, but leaving because of the money. And what I want to emphasize to individuals, building this business is, even if people are coming in because of the money, the focus should not be money, because if the focus remains on money, you won't have a lot of people around you, because in reality, not everybody's going to make money very quickly. That's not what Atomy is about. It's not about make money fast. It's about using quality products and switching products over to Atomy and benefiting from those benefits and helping other individuals to do that. And then that accumulates. And as that network accumulates, you get paid, right? So you need time to water the seeds. So I want to encourage people to make a culture of where everybody feels like they belong and where they want to be, right? So it's like you're here to help other individuals understand Atomy, and then at the same time build the business with them. But we're building the business because it's every day. It becomes a part of our everyday, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
So you're brushing your teeth and shampooing your hair and doing these things every day, right? That's just a everyday action that you do. Now we're just tying that into Atomy and doing it with people you enjoy. So that's what I want to kind of emphasize and help other people to understand. If you're somebody who's obnoxious and not fun to be around, it doesn't matter. You're not going to have a network. People are not going to want to be with you. So always think about it in those terms and try your best to be of value and to give value. It'll work out.
You have to be, correct me if I'm wrong, but especially in this business, you have to be quite genuine, don't you? Because people have to buy into you from the get-go.
Yeah, it's very difficult to put up a front and to fake your way. You can't fake your way up the ladder in Atomy. It's impossible, because your partners literally see you every day. So it's very difficult. Like, for example, if I'm not who I am, like if this isn't me, then like I can't put up this act for 8 years, you know. Like, so
you'd get an Oscar if you did.
Man, I know. So it doesn't mean be perfect, because nobody's perfect. It's about being genuine. What do you mean by being genuine? Genuinely wanting to help them and grow with them.
I like that.
That's the answer. Yeah,
I like that. I really do. You know, this is an interesting question, actually. Be it that it took you, as you said, sort of around 8 years to get to where you are now, do you feel like you spent more time at the beginning than you do now in the business, or do you feel like you're just as invested time-wise as you were from the beginning?
Definitely time, the freedom of time, right?
Yeah,
it has come. So, for example, like I became a sales master in, I think, 9 months, auto sales master, and then went to Leaders Club in 1.5 years, and then went to Royal Leaders Club in 3.5 years. So I've been in Royal Leaders Club for 5+ years now, and the next step is I'll be going into the Crown Club. But I literally, there's no rest in the beginning stages. Like,
no.
I would be up until 2-3 a.m. Building the business, and I'd get up again and repeat. And some people don't want to hear that, I guess, you know. They don't want to hear like how hard I worked, because they're like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But any business that's gonna give you passive income like Atomy is giving you, I think you can't achieve it without hard work.
No.
And currently, I'm nowhere near as busy as.
Yeah, well, but that's good though.
Like
that's good, because that's as you said, the freedom of time. You join this business to, as you said, make the money, but then you're gonna need time to spend it.
So like today, you know, I wouldn't have any meetings if it wasn't for you guys. So you guys are making me work.
That's all right. But exactly, that's the thing. You know, you're happy, and you've got the time that you want now, and you pretty much go lucky, do as you please. But I suppose what people need to appreciate, as you just said a moment ago, was that in the beginning stages, you're up till 2-3 a.m. I'm presuming 5, 6, 7 days a week.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know if some people know this story, but I carried around my firstborn, right? So Bryce, starting from 45 days old, I literally carried him around everywhere I went, all the meetings, and that's how I did the business. Like, I didn't allow like anything to get in the way, because I wanted to provide a better future for them.
Yep.
And the only way I knew how to do that was to create a system where I can become financially independent. And there weren't any other businesses around me where I can be involved in without the capital and without the, you know, skill sets, right?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, no, my hat's off to you. What you've done was incredible. I mean, how did you find kind of managing things like social life and stuff? Because I know some of our members are like, I would love to do this, or I'd love to put in the extra 10, 15, 20 minutes or hour or two, but, you know, I've got a party, or, you know, I've got to do this, or I've got to do that. How did you manage that?
I did everything out of me. Like,
so you just became a workaholic.
Yeah, there's no time for partying. If I went to an event, it was because I needed to tell them about Atomy. You know.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
So you pretty much, it's almost like you've been a monk, and you've kind of dedicated your life to it up until, and continue to.
I don't know, like, can you not do it that way and build something? I don't think that's possible, is it? Like, even think about it, like if at university, right? Mm-hmm. For those who went to university, if you have a project in front of you and you want to do the best that you can on that project, like, you can't go anywhere.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to focus on the project, whether it's, or even if it's an exam, or I don't know, if you want to be the best at basketball or any kind of sport, like, how do you become the best at it while still trying to do like everything you want to do?
That's right.
I don't think that works.
You got to have that Kobe Bryant mindset. You know.
Yeah,
you got.
I don't think it works.
You got to stay on the court until everyone's gone home and continue. Arrive early, finish late.
But there's no other way to do it if you think about it.
No.
I don't think there is. And people kind of, you know, want to have both.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's possible, honestly. It's
I agree.
It's like winning the lottery. I guess it's possible, but I've never won.
I think, I mean, you've won the Atomy lottery, so it's all good. But I think the reason why I wanted to ask you that question was just that, you know, some people want to, you know, we always talk about work-life balance, right? And flexibility to do things, and, you know, working a normal kind of 9 to 5 and you get your 2 days off at the weekend, you know.
Yeah, but you'll get your 9 to 5 pay then. If you want to get a 9 to 5 pay, go work a 9 to 5. If you want to work, like, if you want to make the kind of money that I'm making,
sure,
well, go put in the work. It ain't free.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, people don't always, especially people in your position, be it in Atomy or elsewhere, it's like they don't understand the sacrifice and the things that you may have missed out on, or the events that you didn't go to with your friends or anything like that, because, you know, you were so invested and still are in the project of Atomy and its development.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, and I'm trying to be honest, you know, I don't want to scare people, but like, yeah, you can treat Atomy like a 9 to 5, and and you can probably still become successful, but what's going to happen is somebody's going to need you, right? Like, you're going to have you can put in the 9 to 5 when it's just you, but then when you have partners who are calling you, who need your assistance, who need your help, it's not a 9 to 5 to them.
No.
Right? It's like they're trying their best to become as successful as they can, as fast as they can. But then if you're doing a 9 to 5, you're like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's past 5. I don't answer the phone past 5. Please call me tomorrow.
It's true.
They're not going to be happy with you.
No.
They're going to be upset with you, because everything that they do becomes yours, right? Because they're in your downline.
Sure.
And now they're gonna start not being very thankful, you know, because you're not putting in your part. And if they get to the point where they can be duplicated, like the 8 steps to success, and they're done, like they already know everything, how to do it, then you're good to go. Sure. They don't need you anymore. But during that phase, that time, it's not a 9 to 5. It's whenever they call. Like, literally, I had people call me all the time, like 2, 3 a.m. Like, and they're saying, oh, I don't know how to register this person. I can't say, oh, just wait until tomorrow and then I'll help you to do it. No, because they need to register them now, and they need to register the next person now. Yeah. So,
no, I think
if you think about that, it's not a 9 to 5. But once you have duplicated your downline, I'm free, because my direct leaders do everything I used to do.
Sure.
Right? So if I didn't have them, then I would still not be free.
Sure.
Right? So, yeah.
No, it's
it.
I like it. It's brutal and honest. I like it. So, be it that you just touched on it, can you tell me a little bit about the 8 steps to success, and how do you think they're still relevant today?
Yeah, I think the idea behind the 8 steps to success is very relevant. I think we do it without knowing the 8 steps to success.
Yeah.
Because I think any productive, duplicatable process is the same.
Sure.
Always, right? And we just call it the 8 steps to success. And it's very relevant because the first part, the first 2 parts, right? Dream building and setting your goals and committing, those are all personally based. So it's for you. It's not for anybody else. It's for you. So what I mean by that is, do you want a different life? Is the question that it asks, right? So because it's saying, what is your dream, right? What do you want to accomplish? If you are living the dream already, then Atomy is not for you, right? Because you're already living the dream. Why? If you're already wealthy, happy, or content with everything that you have in life, then you should continue to do what you're doing and just be a consumer, right?
Yeah.
Because you still need to brush your teeth and shampoo your hair,
Yeah.
right? But if you want to go beyond that and you're not content and you want more, then that question is asking you, well, what does that look like? And then that has to be very real and vivid. Like, it has to be something that you really want. It can't be something that you can just justify yourself out of. For example, right? Do you really need a Lamborghini, JP?
I don't need one. I'd like one though.
But you would like one, right?
Sure.
Right. So let's say that you're working towards getting a Lamborghini, but life becomes difficult.
Yeah.
Then what are you going to tell yourself? I don't really need a Lamborghini, I'll just get a Mercedes, right?
Sure.
And then you're like, life still, it's just not working out. You're like, I don't need a Mercedes. Let me just work towards a Ford or something,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you still not working out, and you're gonna be like, man, I live in the city anyways. Let me just get a bike.
I can just walk. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, man, I don't even need a bike. Let me just walk.
Yeah.
So you're gonna talk yourself out of everything, right? Sure. And why I'm telling you this is your dream should be beyond you. Right? It should be something that you can't be talked out of. So what I mean by that is, like, me being a parent, like me having my kids, like my future, for me anyways, like I want, like, I can literally live without anything. I've done it before, like I've even thought about like doing missions where I would just go to Africa and need nothing, I don't need anything. Yeah. There's nothing in life that you really need, right? Me as a Christian, like I have what I need, and that's my relationship with God, and that's what I need, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm living here, like, do I want to provide a better life for the people that I love? Yeah, because life is better with money.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was really poor,
Yeah.
My mom worked 3 jobs to try to feed me as a single mom. And I've seen the struggles, and I've had to go to shelters with my mom because we were homeless. Like, I've lived all of it, and I can guarantee you that it's not fun not having money, right? So that dream has to be real. It has to be something that goes beyond you, because you can keep justifying things for yourself and say, I don't need that car, I don't need that house, I don't need this, I don't need that, I just need 1 meal a day, I don't even need 3,
Yeah.
But then there comes a point where if you could, right, if you had the ability to provide for your loved ones, or even, if you're alone and you want to provide a better life for yourself, that has to be real. It has to be something that you want, right? And some people don't want it. Like, some people are really content and don't want anything. And if that's you, then you have to think about what drives you each day, each morning to become a better you. Then, because there still has to be something, right? So that's really important, and that's for you. And the next steps are pretty not important. So what I mean by that is you meet people, explain the system to them, and make sure that they have their own dreams and goals, and they can explain the system to other people that they meet, pretty much. You know, it's not rocket science. You don't need to know the 8 steps to success in order to become successful, because even if you have it memorized, well, are you successful? No. Like, just because you memorize the compensation plan anatomy doesn't mean money comes into your account. And just because you don't know the compensation plan doesn't mean the money doesn't come into your account. It's irrelevant. Okay. It's all about putting in the work needed to create the volume, the PV, and that's by building consumers and business partners. So however you want to do that depends on how badly you want it. You're going to find a way, right? You're going to find a way to create consumers and business partners if that is what you desire to do, like really desire to do. Now, I want to add this. Most people aren't driven, right? Most people need a coach, right? So I want to encourage everybody who's listening to this to be that coach, right? Don't expect other people, if you are like me, for example, driven and like hardcore, do not expect other people to be like that, and do not be upset that other people aren't like that, because that's not normal. Okay, it's not normal. It is our responsibility then to help those individuals take those baby steps. That's why there's the 8 steps to success, because people don't know what to do. Right? So it's a double-edged sword, and you have to be able to always provide for the weakest link in your community. Okay, so imagine a chain link fence, right? It's only as strong as the weakest link, right? So help other individuals understand the compensation plan, the business, the company, products, all those things, right? That's what you need to duplicate, then invite people. So it's relevant, and no, it's not relevant. So it's,
I think if I've kind of captured in sort of in essence what you're saying, it's the parts that are relevant is the beginning. It's the commitment that you're actually going to do this, and the commitment that you're up for it. Like, you are ready. Like, this is it. It's now. It's coming. But the sort of the lesser parts are more the sort of, the samey things, like tell a friend, etc. Show people, and creating consumers. But the initial commitment to doing the Atomy business, and the first few steps that are about dreaming big and things like that, is it's kind of a gateway to everything else, isn't it?
And what I want to leave with is humility, right? If you're very prideful, and I know some people are, you aren't moldable, meaning you don't have fellowship, right? You may have leadership, but you don't have fellowship. And when you don't have fellowship, people see that. People see that you are not a follower. And in this business, that is very bad, because what you will duplicate are partners who won't follow you then. You see the irony there?
Yeah, I like that.
And everybody's just going to be doing their own thing, and you'll never be able to grow your business simultaneously, because you need to do it simultaneously in order to gain masterships. And everybody's just going to have their own masterships at this point, at that point, and this and that, and you'll never be able to pull everybody together. And the worst people who do this are smart people. The gifted smart people are the ones who are the least humble, right? So therefore what happens is they are usually surrounded by more smart people just like them. So everybody around them is smart, right?
Sure.
And everybody doesn't want to listen to anybody. Everybody just wants to listen to themselves. So
Yep.
it's a very bad recipe for disaster. So I think you need to be a smart dumb person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't want that to come off bad, but it's like you don't have to always tell everybody that you know what I mean. It's like if I'm explaining, let's say I'm explaining like Atomy to you, and I say like the compensation plan incorrectly.
Yeah.
Some people are like, they want to point that out right away.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no need to really,
No.
Because
it's an ego thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's gonna turn people off. Like I said in the very beginning, like that culture of wanting to be there, and it's wise to just follow at times, and then to help other people to do the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can go really in depth in this, but it's like
the point you're trying to put across, and what it sounds like to me is that it's about teamwork, and you can't. You need to appreciate.
You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you need to appreciate that, albeit you may know every single thing and you may know it like the back of your hand, it's unless you can convey that and get that out and share the knowledge and be patient when it's your time, listen when it's your time to listen to somebody, and vice versa. You're not gonna, unless you have that kind of the appreciation and you're willing to be humble with others, you're not going to. It can't, because you can't be a lone wolf in this business.
It's like, I don't know, if you think about like any organization.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like for example, like the army or wherever it may be, like you are more respected when you go through the ranks rather than even in a company. Let's say like it's your dad's company, and all of a sudden you're just the CEO now, without going through any of the process.
Yeah.
That's how people are going to feel, and no matter how smart you are, and no matter how experienced you are in this business, you still have to remember that this is your first time doing Atomy. Yeah. So in Atomy, your ID number is still behind theirs, meaning they started before you, right?
Yeah.
In Atomy, right? So
it's good. I think you summed it up pretty well, and there was a lot of moments that I think people will be encouraged by, and I think they'll kind of take that mindset on, and they'll take that with them as they continue in their journey. We're going to go to a break now, but afterwards we have a few more questions with Style Master Ji Young Park. Thank you. Welcome back to those who are watching, and welcome back to those who are listening. I'm here with Style Master Ji Young Park, and we've been talking all things Atomy. Go back to the start, check it out. It's been really great, but we're kind of getting into the end game now. So this is for our members. in the UK and Europe. Is there any words of advice, guidance, just general thoughts on the UK and European markets? What's your words?
Well, I want to welcome all the new members. It's been years planning to get UK and Europe open. I remember us talking about it even like 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
And it's finally here. And what I want to encourage everybody is, if you're listening right now, you are one of the pioneers, right? You are individuals who are in the very, very beginning stages of Europe's market growing. And in 8 to 10 years, you guys will be the imperial masters of Europe. And that's only if you don't quit, right? So
please stay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I want to encourage you all. There's going to be hiccups, difficulties, it's growing pains. I know Atomy itself is over 10 years old, but Atomy UK and Europe is not, right? No. You guys just started. So there's going to be growing pains in the country, and there's going to be issues with many different things. When I started, there's only 30 some products, right? And I didn't even start in the beginning. In the beginning, there was only 2 products, right?
Yeah.
But you guys already have it better than us, right? You guys have many more products and more products to come. So I want you guys to understand that you're growing with the company, and as the company grows, your business will also grow, and everything's not going to be perfect. But I think that Atomy UK and Europe, they're going to do their best to try to make everything as perfect as possible. And that's the most important thing that we need to understand, because I think a lot of individuals have this misguided understanding of everything needing to be perfect at the same time. And that's not reality. It doesn't work like that. All the kinks have to be made, ironed out, and it's going to be an issue if the same mistakes keep happening, which they aren't, but new issues will arise. And when they arise, we work together to take care of it. Man, I remember we didn't have anything when I started. I made the first English compensation plan video. Wow. At HQ.
Yeah.
But English speaking countries were already open for multiple years.
Sure.
So that's how
it's mind-blowing,
that's
really.
So there was that, there wasn't that much content. Now we are just overloaded with content, and the work environment for us much better than even when I started. So hey, it's you early adapters, you are the ones who get the biggest outlines, right?
Yeah.
And that's why you're doing it now. If you want to do it later, when everything's set perfectly, well, then everybody's probably already going to be registered. So you choose,
It's true. Can't lie there. I suppose what I suppose would be nice for people to hear is that maybe you'd love to come over.
Oh yeah, I would. As long as you promise to feed me delicious food.
We will. I'll treat you to a nice British roast dinner. I think you'll enjoy that. But that's the thing. Now that we've opened, it's gosh, it's another territory. It's another land of opportunity. It's just almost as vast as America and Canada. But
well, I did U.S. tours before.
Sure.
Australia tours, U.S. tours. Singapore is so small, there's not much of a tour.
Yeah.
But I think I've been every country that I go, I usually do a tour. So
Yeah.
if you guys want, we can set up a Europe tour, and I'll come whenever you guys do a Europe tour, and we can go to all the different locations, and at the same time it'll be work and play.
Yeah, I think
about,
I think that'd be awesome. I think people would really love to, it's not even just about meeting you. I mean, that's great, but it's more that it just shows that this business is truly global, and we are one giant family. So yeah, I think that'd be really great. Before I let you go, I always ask all of our contributors this, and I think people will be dying to know. So what is your favorite, I know you love them all, but what is your favorite Atomy product? The one that you can't go without?
For me,
yeah,
my favorite item is the Atomy peeling gel.
You wouldn't believe it unless JYP said it.
I love it. I love it. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. And it just feels like you have new skin, right? And you can apply it on your skin from head to toe.
Oh, can you? Interesting.
It doesn't have to be. It's exfoliating. So like during winter times, maybe you have some your elbows or your knees.
Yeah.
Apply it, and it'll be smooth. So
good.
I like it a lot, and it works wonders. And of course, I love all the products. But
is it something that you for Christmas or whatever the case is for birthdays, you often, is that the one that you kind of say, guys, try this, try that? Is that your kind of go-to?
Yeah, because you feel the difference instantly. Like it literally, when you use it the first time, you feel a difference. Yeah. And it's just really easy to use. Also, here's a tip. Like, I like it a lot because whenever I meet people, I just bring it and I apply it to the back of their hand, like one hand. Yeah. And it dries in like a minute, right? And then you start rolling it, and then they can see a difference right away from their hand, like one being using the peeling gel and the other not.
And they gripped.
Yeah, I like it.
Good. Well, I just wanted to say really thank you for your time today. I've really enjoyed speaking to you, and I think that the viewers and also listeners will find a lot of good advice and solace in the fact that you were very just upfront and honest about how the Atomy business has worked for you and kind of the direction you're taking. But we must do this again sometime. I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's been good. It's been really fun.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it as well. Anytime. I'm good to go. Next time we can go dive in a little bit deeper or do some other questions. But yeah,
if there's
always
any
a good time.
Absolutely. I mean, if there's any questions to those who are watching on like through video or even in comments, like please just let us know. We can do this anytime really. So yeah, it's been good fun. I've been JP and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.